The clock ticked past midnight. The cell block was still, only the faint hum of fluorescent lights broke the silence. A shadow detached itself from the darkness. Max Dalton, his eyes glinting, was on the move. Tonight, he would taste freedom. Dalton pressed his ear to the cold steel of his cell door. No sound. He had been working on the guard's routine for weeks. Every night the same monotonous steps, the same jingling keys, the same predictable silence. Tonight, that silence was his salvation. Dalton slid a thin makeshift blade into the lock. Months of painstaking work, filing away at a toothbrush handle, had led to this moment. The lock clicked. He was out. Dalton hadn't achieved this alone. Weeks ago he had received a smuggled note, a plan sketched onto the back of a playing card. It detailed a network of tunnels and maintenance shafts, forgotten passages within the bowels of the prison. His heart pounded as he navigated the maze, his every sense on high alert. He had memorized the plan, tracing the lines on the playing card with his fingers until the image was seared into his memory. He knew every turn, every pipe, every shadow. The faint scent of mildew hung in the air, a constant reminder of the freedom he craved. Dalton felt a surge of adrenaline as he pushed open a heavy metal hatch, the scent of fresh air hitting him like a physical blow. He was outside. The night sky, a vast expanse of darkness punctuated by twinkling stars, greeted him like an old friend. He paused, just for a moment, to look back at the imposing silhouette of the prison. A wave of triumph washed over him, quickly replaced by a chilling realization. This was only the beginning. His escape would trigger a manhunt. Dalton knew he couldn't stay in Victoria. He had to disappear, become a ghost. He had contacts, people who owed him favors, people who lived in the shadows. They would help him vanish. He turned away from the prison, his eyes fixed on the city lights shimmering in the distance. His escape was a victory, but the game was far from over. Dalton was free, but he was also a hunted man. The city welcomed him with open arms, its labyrinthine streets and teeming crowds offering anonymity. He melted into the darkness, his movements swift and silent. The night was his shield, his escape a whisper lost in the urban symphony. He reached his contact's safe house, a nondescript building that looked forgotten. A single dim light flickered in a window on the second floor. He was expected. For now, he was safe. As Dalton slipped through the door and into the shadows, he couldn't help but feel a sense of exhilaration mixed with trepidation. He was free, but how long would it last? And at what cost? The answers, he knew, lay ahead, shrouded in the uncertainty of the coming dawn.